Not every video game ending has to be emotional or satisfying or even make sense. Not if it's a joke ending, a special, sometimes hard to get alternate ending that rejects being coherent in favour of going completely off the rails with aliens, zombie car thieves, and of course, aliens with dogs. See for yourself in these 7 bizarre joke endings that made us say, wait, what? Enjoy! Eerie hard-as-nails platformer Hollow Knight isn't exactly what you'd call a light-hearted laugh-a-minute romp. It's a brutal but ultimately rewarding journey through a land tinged with melancholy and regret, which is what makes Mr. Mushroom such an odd addition to the game's cast of characters. Mr. Mushroom is, as you may have gathered by the name, a talking mushroom who you encounter on your travels and have to equip a special charm to be able to understand. Thorough explorers will encounter Mr. Mushroom 7 times throughout the game, always identifiable by his distinctive muttering and his surprisingly articulate musings on the nature of fate and purpose. For a mushroom, I mean. After each encounter, Mr. Mushroom disappears, but players who discover every possible encounter with their fungal friend will see him blast off into the sky like a rocket. And then they'll be treated to a secret ending post-credits cutscene in which Mr. Mushroom is blasting through the heavens, followed by a close-up of his pitiless, staring black eyes. And the words, "To be continued." Terrifying, yes, but believe me, this is as close as Hollow Knight gets to a joke.
Initiate skip jump.
Having low intelligence is a drawback in a lot of cases, but it can literally get you killed in Obsidian's spacey RPG, The Outer Worlds. In fact, The Outer Worlds has 2 joke endings available only for players who are lacking in the brains department. The first and deadliest of these is earned at the point in the game when you need to use your ship the Hope's faster-than-light drive, known as the skip drive, to travel to a specific planet.
Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive.
If you like, you can attempt to eyeball the skip jump yourself instead of letting the ship handle the calculations for you. The conversation option, marked as dumb, becomes available if you have a low enough intelligence stat.
I wouldn't advise that, Captain.
Despite the protestations of literally everyone else in the game, you make the skip jump, and there is both good and bad news. The good news is that you did actually manage to make the ship travel somewhere.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die. These calculations don't look right. Why is this number negative?
The bad news is that somewhere is directly into the heart of the sun. The other joke ending, unlocked by being a big dummy, comes right at the conclusion of the game when you're offered the chance to be the leader of the new Halcyon colony.
We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time.
With a low enough intelligence stat, you once again get a dumb conversation option, this time about how you're not listening and are instead thinking about ice cream.
I see. Well, you've certainly earned a treat for yourself.
Dealing with it pretty well, Phineas gets on with the job of establishing the new colony.
Enjoy your, creamed ice, or whatever you call it.
And you get an epic voiceover narration about the lovely ice cream you had.
As you tasted your first scoop of Rizzo's partially emulsified, semi-frozen milk-like dessert, you realized something. All your troubles, all your adventures, all your struggles and choices, they had all led to this single moment. And it was all worth it.
I don't know, kind of feels like the good ending to me. House of the Dead 3 is widely regarded, by me, as being the best game in the zombie shooting light gun series because it gives you a pump-action shotgun.
I promised Mom that I'd bring him home. Let's go, Jude.
I rest my case. This being an arcade game specifically designed to kill you in unfair ways to force you to feed it more cash, you might not think House of the Dead 3 actually has an ending. But it does! 4 of them in fact, determined by the route you take through the game. These endings range from the hopeful,
If humans go down the wrong path again, I'll come back to this old place.
to the mysterious,
It appears that he didn't understand its true purpose.
to the extremely unhopeful.
What life do I...
But the 4th ending, which requires you to beat the game in under 3 credits and do the levels in a specific order, sees your heroes escape from the research facility they were in, only to discover that their car is being stolen.
What? Hey, Dad!
Lisa, what's wrong?
By whom, you may be wondering? To which the answer is a confusing, by zombies. And now playable character Lisa is going to chase down the car, I guess. Good luck.
Hey, that's my car, you slimy bastards!
To be fair, considering how many people will have seen this ending, I don't blame them for spending less time on the endings and more time on, I presume, the awesome plastic shotguns. Time well spent if you ask me. Despite being perhaps the most traumatic horror series of all time, the Silent Hill series is still known for its joke endings, which include birthday parties, aliens, and of course, dogs.
お前の仕業どとだか
2007 PSP entry Silent Hill Origins is no exception in having a UFO ending, and to get it, players must start a second playthrough of the game and find the key to Hotel Room 502. When you try to open the hotel room door, playable character Travis discovers that it doesn't work, but that's the least of his worries, as he is immediately interrupted by a flying saucer flying out of the moon, and then, combining the best elements of Silent Hill joke endings, an alien beams down, clutching the dog from the Silent Hill 2 dog ending, because apparently they're pals.
Greetings, Travis.
Then we learn that, of course, Travis's truck is on the alien's planet, and so the 3 of them leave to travel the stars together.
Your truck is on our planet. Come with us.
Can I drive?
You drive, Stick?
It is super mean of you to tease this and then not make it an actual game, Konami. Just saying.
Final round. Fight!
Start a story playthrough of Tekken 5 with rugged tough guy Paul Phoenix, and things seem pretty normal.
Paul Phoenix, the self-proclaimed toughest fighter in the universe.
We're told he's entering the tournament to fight Kazuya Mishima, an opponent he hadn't faced for 20 years. Sure, things get a little weird at the point we're told his training was set back when he was beaten up by a bear, but generally, this is the intro you'd expect of a character in a fighting game.
Not Kuma again.
Throughout your playthrough, though, you start to notice Paul repeating his goal of becoming the toughest in the universe.
Catch a bear trap! I'm gonna be the toughest in the universe.
Sure, it seems like a catchphrase at first, but you start to get the impression he really means it.
I got your blanking point. Either way, I'll be the toughest on Earth as soon as I kick your ass, right?
Right through to the end of the game, when Paul explicitly states that he is now the toughest fighter on Earth, and it's time to branch out and start kicking alien ass.
I'm the best there is on Earth. Watch out, universe, 'cause here I come!
Now, the hell am I supposed to get to outer space?
So far, so weird, but then we get Paul's ending, in which he has established a rundown dojo with the explicit aim of training to beat up aliens. Issues a challenge to the nebulous concept of aliens.
Yeah! Anytime, any place, bring it on, you aliens!
And then we see approximately 10,000 flying saucers massing in space, ready to invade Earth, all thanks to Paul's provocative shouting being so loud it was picked up by satellites. How is this more horrifying than the Silent Hill one? Thanks a lot, Tekken. If the similar art styles and gleeful love of messy gore didn't tip you off, roguelike dungeon crawly shooter The Binding of Isaac comes to us from the same minds as hard-as-nails platformer Super Meat Boy, which told the story of a boy made of meat and his arch-nemesis, Dr. Fetus. All of which is to say, if you haven't played Super Meat Boy, you're going to be pretty confused by this Binding of Isaac Rebirth ending, in which Isaac opens the series' iconic trunk to reveal none other than Dr. Fetus himself in a glass jar. He then dons a top hat, spins around, and holds the jar aloft in a parody of the dramatic chipmunk meme. What could it mean? Like literally everything else in The Binding of Isaac, your guess is as good as ours.
No! Get out of here, now!
Nier Automata has 26 different endings, one for each letter of the alphabet, and they range from the poignant,
The machines have gained emotions, consciousness,
to the explosive. Absolutely our favourite joke ending in Nier Automata, however, is ending L, which you get for just effing off in the middle of certain important fights.
There are still enemies here. We can't just leave.
Here, L stands for Lone Wolf, and if you get far enough away from the fight you're supposed to be helping in, the game ends, and the text narration tries to come up with a good excuse as to why you peaced out before settling on, you were going fishing. We then get a little bit more info telling us that you then went on to spend the next 10 years fishing and evading assassins because you want to stay alive so you can keep fishing. Can't say I blame you, the fishing minigame is extremely good.
I caught a pod?
Those were just 7 of the video game joke endings that made us say, wait, what? Got any other weird favourites we missed? Let us know in the comments and be sure to like, subscribe, maybe even check out patreon.com/OXClub if you like what we do here and want to see more of it. Thanks for watching.